Welcome back. It's politics meets the Kardashians. Don't you just love when those two things come together? TMZ's Harvey Levin is in LA. Good morning, Harvey. How are you today?
Hey, Shannon. I'm good. How you doing?
Pretty good. So the first thing we want to talk about, the White House senior counselor Kellyanne Conway is praising First Lady Melania Trump and her accomplishments.
Well, I don't see it exactly that way, Shannon. I think what she's really doing is shading Michelle Obama.
Yes.
Because our camera guy in D.C., Colin, got Kellyanne and asked her, said, look, you know, Michelle Obama had all these magazine covers with her picture on it, and Melania doesn't have any. And she said, and Colin said, so what do you think of that? And, you know, first she said it didn't matter about magazines and that, you know, Melania's done a lot of good things, which is all fine. But then she said that Melania is a superior first lady.
Right.
So that word superior has overtones and undertones. And, you know, there are people who have been commenting and saying, you know, that is almost a racial kind of a comment. I don't think Kellyanne meant it racially, but I do think she meant to say that she is superior to Michelle Obama as a first lady. I mean, I don't see how you can argue that she's not comparing the two. When you say superior, it's got to be superior to something. And we had asked about Michelle Obama.
Right.
So she really kind of threw down some a challenge there in terms of at least how people feel about the two first ladies, but she's squarely on Melania's side.
Right. The question was a comparison, was asking about Michelle Obama, so you can assume that the response was very much the same way. So
right.
Next up, Kourtney Kardashian is meeting with Congress. She wants to change cosmetic laws.
Well, it's interesting. She has been a big proponent of environmentally safe products. You know, the Kardashians have lots of cosmetic lines. It's like unbelievable. They have an empire in the cosmetic business, and one of the most successful, if not the most successful around right now, at least online. And so she is going to Washington, D.C. To talk with the members of Congress about laws that might regulate cosmetics and personal care products in terms of, you know, making them environmentally safe. Which is interesting because with all that's been going on right now, you know, with the Starbucks green straws and everything else, you know, it seems like the time is right for, you know, people to go to Congress and start talking about environmentally safe products. You know, this has been an issue for a long time, but she's jumping on it right now, and she's in D.C. To promote that.
Well, and it's something her sister Kylie is also very involved in, of course, because she also sells her own lip glosses and her makeup as well.
Yeah, and they are, you know, again, they make just an unbelievable, and so does Kim. I mean, they make so much money off of this, but they have really been active in this, you know, in this fight. And we will see how Congress receives the Kardashians and whether, you know, it's whether they film the interactions in the various congressional offices for keeping up with the Kardashians. That's going to be really interesting.
Right. I saw that a film crew is with them on the trip, so we'll see how much is allowed to be captured.
A film crew is with them all the time. It's going to be
interesting. Just their life.
It's going to be interesting if they go into the congressional offices.
Absolutely. I'm sure we will see that soon enough. Harvey Levin, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure.
You can see TMZ weeknights at 11 p.m. and weekdays at 3 p.m. here on Fox 4. You can also find a link to the show website at fox4news.com.